Think Tank Tuesday, roll camera, action.
I always wanted to do that, Dan. So I feel special now. So my name is Paul Potratz. Welcome to this week's Think Tank Tuesday.
And I'm Dan Allen.
And this week we're going to talk about, and we're going to get right to the point, how to increase your Facebook followers. Simple as that. When's the last time you've seen a post that someone was trying to sell something that said, how to grow your Facebook followers?
All the time.
About 15 minutes ago.
Yep.
So we're going to tell you how to grow your Facebook followers, and we're not selling anything.
No, absolutely not.
And I think this is important. What really brought this topic on, and you've seen the email, I copied you back, is that I had an ad agency in California, because they were sure to tell me they were an ad agency in California, that emailed me earlier today, and they wanted to tell me how to grow my Facebook followers was really the big thing. You've seen that email.
Yep.
So did you Google this ad agency? And I don't mean this negative, guys. It's just this is setting up the point of how to grow your Facebook followers. Did you go to Facebook and find it?
I checked it out.
Did you see how many followers they had?
Not a lot.
49. They had 49 followers. And I'm not saying that the number of followers is critically important, but it does make a difference.
Sure it does.
So, I mean, think about it, Dan. When's the last time you passed a store that had no cars out front and you stopped?
I can't think of.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe that was a bad analogy.
Well, no, but it makes sense though, because when there's urgency, there's people that are involved, and at a product or an establishment, it makes you want to go in. It makes you wonder what's going on. Is there a live band? Is what's going on? It's creating all this attraction.
Right.
And so it really makes a big difference on how I perceive that business or product.
And again, we're going to tell you how to grow your Facebook followers. And I'm going to give you, I guess really I'm going to call it the 5 tips according to Dan and Paul of how to grow your Facebook followers. And we've done that. But before we get into it, I want to show you this clip of a client, because we're not being the kind of guys that are saying, hey, we're going to show you how to grow your Facebook followers and sell you something that's worthless. We're really going to tell you how to do it that really works. So let's roll the clip.
He took our audience from 10,000 followers to 25,000 followers in less than 60 days. So I would say that was a pretty monumental moment. We've been one of his clients for several years, and continue to push the envelope and see what the new medium is and make sure we're adopting and moving with the market.
All right, so you've seen the clip. We just want it. That's called social proof is what that's called. So,
well, I think that people, if you're really going to take information from someone and apply it to your place of business, you really had to make sure the source of that is legit.
Yeah.
And that's all that video was, not a humble brag. Basically saying
I was bragging. Let's be honest. I was bragging.
But to get to those results,
right?
There's a lot of trial and error. Anyone who says they know that they can guarantee every single post to
I think it goes back to fake news. I mean, there's so much fake news. There's so much fake business coaches. There's fake ad agencies, fake entrepreneur coaches.
Sure.
It's just a lot of fake. And so I wanted everybody to see that, to understand when we take time to go on video and share something with you, we've done it and we're doing it. So I think that's important. So this video, what we're talking about is how to grow your Facebook followers. So let me talk about this a little more. When's the last time that you've seen a truck passing you on the highway?
Okay.
Or a TV commercial?
Okay.
Or a billboard?
Okay.
Or any other type of advertisement for a business, and they had like the Facebook logo, the YouTube logo, and they say, like us here or follow us here, that they're trying to drive traffic to their Facebook page. Or when's the last time you went to a website? It's not as popular anymore, but it's still pretty popular. You go to a website and they have the Facebook logo. You're on their website. You're ready to do business. It's the Facebook logo. You click it and you go to their Facebook page.
A lot.
It happens a lot.
It does.
But here's the problem. So if you're advertising Facebook and you want someone to go to Facebook and see that you guys are social, be social.
Right. Sure.
So like the company that emailed me that wanted to show us how to do a Facebook strategy, and they had 49 followers and they had stuff posted, they had how much engagement?
Zero.
Zero.
1 or 2 likes,
yeah.
probably by the owner's mom or someone.
Yeah. So I mean, So this is why it's really important to have Facebook followers. But what's more important than just the Facebook followers is the engagement from those individuals. That you have to have engagement. If you don't have engagement, you're missing the biggest piece of the pie, the biggest point of it all. And with fake news, there's fake followers.
Sure.
And when's the last time you've seen, like, you're on Twitter a lot. I mean, you see a lot of stuff where people are like, oh, we can give you Twitter followers. We can give you this. We can give you that.
$100 for 1,000 followers or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, why? Well, why do you think a business would really do that? Why would they want fake followers, or why would they try to get followers that are not going to help benefit their company?
Well, I think it's easier to pay to get followers than it is to spend time creating content that resonates with your potential audience, right? So it's easier to focus on that than it is to focus on what content are they really craving for me, for my company or business.
So having followers, let me kind of think about this. I'm going to come up with something really cute, okay? Here it is. But having followers, the number of followers, trying to grow the number of followers and not having a strategy of engaging them is like having monopoly money.
Okay. I like that.
Was that cute?
Yeah.
Really? All right. I hope that was cute.
It was.
But you kind of think about it. I mean, it really is. So, okay, we're going to do all of this effort, bring followers in. Maybe we're going to buy followers, whatever it is. I really think it's like having monopoly money. It's worthless.
And that's what you see when a company has a huge following base and their posts still only have 2 or 3 likes or comments because they've only focused on just getting more likes and have not focused on what's pertinent to that person.
Right. So I kind of, you kind of think about that, and why is it important to have Facebook followers? So let me simplify it, because I kind of got on a soapbox here.
Yep.
You didn't help the situation here in the soapbox. So why it's important to have followers is because you have to think about it. When was the last time that you went to Facebook and you looked for a company and you seen what their Facebook page was? And it wasn't, you were going there to get more information, but there's nothing on their Facebook page other than this non-social content. So for a moment, don't ever think that prospective customers are not going to your Facebook page and seeing what's going on and seeing what they can learn about you. And I mean, that's kind of like having a website, an empty website that has nothing on it.
Sure.
So that's the first reason. People are going to your Facebook page and wanting to find out more information about you. That's the first one.
Right.
The second one is, if you are promoting it in your advertising, like on your website or any of your ads, and telling people that you have a Facebook account and follow me on Facebook, and there's nothing going on Facebook, the excitement about your company kind of dies down.
Sure. You lost that advantage.
And then the next reason that you want a Facebook account, how much time a day do you think the average person spends on Facebook?
2 to 3 hours, average. And that's high. I mean, that's with the highs being anywhere from like 5 to 6.
Yeah.
The lows being from 45 minutes.
Yeah. So you kind of think about it. I mean, the majority of the population is on Facebook.
Yep.
And it's an 8,000 pound gorilla. So why not have a lot of presence on Facebook? I mean, you think about it. How many opportunities do you have on Facebook versus how many opportunities do you have on your website? Both equally important. Don't get me wrong. They're both important. But a lot of times we forget about the importance of Facebook and what we can do with that. I mean, it's really, having a Facebook page is like having a store inside the mall. Is kind of. I hope I'm making sense.
Yeah,
not just
totally.
rambling too much. All right, so let's get to it, Dan.
All right.
Let's tell everybody how to grow their Facebook. Wait, before we do that, I got a video clip that I want to roll real quick because it's important, because what we're getting ready to tell you, it's important. So let's roll this video clip.
He took our audience from 10,000 followers to 25,000 followers in less than 60 days. So I would say that was a pretty monumental moment. We've been one of his clients for several years, and continue to push the envelope and see what the new medium is and make sure we're adopting and moving with the market.
So Dan, that was the same video clip.
It's the same video.
And the reason being, guess why I did the same video clip?
I'm guessing.
Take a guess.
Social proof?
Social proof, yeah, that's a good one. No, consistency.
Oh.
Consistency, that we did it again. It's important. And here it is. If you want to learn the strategy. What do you think? We give that specific strategy that we did for Zach,
Yep.
where we grew his Facebook followers in a matter of 60 days. But we didn't just, we didn't buy these followers. We did it authentic. We did it organic.
Right. Because no amount of money that we could have put into Zach's account would have grown it by 20,000 followers, right?
Yeah.
I mean, even if you put like a couple $1,000 for 60 days, you would not have that kind of results because you can't get the kind of organic traffic you can.
And
from
his sales that month was his record sales month, highest month. So what I want to do is, all right, get your pen out. I'm going to give you a number, and I just want you to send me a text. Send me a text, and I will send you back the exact strategy that we followed for Zach. And here it is. It's 518.
I'm going to do it too.
All right, good. 730-4301. Again, it's 518-730-4301. But here it is. Wait. Before you text me, tell me, I want Zach's strategy.
Yep.
Because I got to know what you want. Just don't be texting me and saying, what's up, Paul? So
Right.
I want Zach's strategy. So put that in there. I want Zach's strategy. And we're going to tell you exactly what
How
we
to
did.
do it.
But it was amazing, that strategy, and it's being authentic is the first step to growing your Facebook audience. So it was authentic. It was an authentic in what we were posting. We
Sure.
were showing that they were real people instead of some, I guess you can say, stock photography. It was
Sure.
it was the real deal. And I don't know, memory slips me. I kind of know what the number is, but I want to see if you know what it is. Where we used video actually in that strategy?
Yes. It's a big part of it.
Yeah. So on the videos, do you remember how many views we got?
Oh
on the
my
video?
gosh. I mean,
It was over 1 million, but I don't remember how far over 1 million
I hadn't
views.
checked since I probably should have checked, but I didn't.
Yeah, well, I should have too, but I didn't. But I know it was over 1 million. It
Yeah,
was
because
over
the local stations picked it up and shared it. So once that media coverage hits it, it really just goes crazy.
Yeah. And it wasn't a viral strategy. It wasn't like,
No.
oh, well, I won't be able to do this. No, you'll be able to do this.
Yeah,
Trust me.
it wasn't. We didn't set off that to be the end of result.
No. And then the beauty by, I'm going to give a golden nugget. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
The beauty by using video in this campaign was every time someone watched the video that we had in place, we were able to assign retargeting code to them. So every time they
Huge.
watched the video, we had over 1 million views of the video. We were able to put them into a retargeting list and then follow them with messages as they looked around, around the internet. So simple as that. So there you go. All right, being authentic. So that's the one thing. You've got to be authentic. What does authentic mean to you?
Well, being yourself, being real, and not just putting up that ad company front that many people do. And it's hard to break through and be yourself. Right now, we're on video. You're trying to be yourself, but be better than yourself. So there's that tendency for business owners to do things different than they normally would because now they're on video. But when you do that, it doesn't come across.
Well, and I think the biggest thing that we miss, or business owners miss, is be there. Be yourself. But we would rather hire a company to just post generic content about whatever service or product that we offer. It's generic content that has no level of engagement whatsoever. So being authentic. In other words, business owner, like every week. I mean, I'm here every week doing Think Tank Tuesday, which makes good content for Facebook. So number one is being authentic. Number two, consistency.
Yeah. And it's just a struggle.
Yeah.
I mean, I struggle with it with my own, Facebook following, even for the company sometimes. We get busy, we get tied up, but always getting back to why you're posting and what's the result. And it's easy to get distracted. It's easy to say, I'm doing a video every day. First day you do a video, then you say, well, I got things to do and things come up, but being consistent is key because you have to nurture your followers.
Yeah, you have to be consistent. So, think about that. Where you're watching Think Tank Tuesday, where we do this video, we do it every Tuesday. Well, we do it every week. Let's be clear about that. But sometimes it goes out on Wednesday.
Yep.
But we've been doing this for years.
Yeah.
So it is consistent. And there's been a lot of companies out there that, oh, wow, look what, Paul's doing with Think Tank Tuesday. I'm going to do the same. And And we just kind of like, yeah, okay, let's see what happens.
Yeah, and in the beginning, though, when we first started years ago, making the first Think Tank Tuesday, Kurt filming right now remembers this, but filming the very first Think Tank Tuesday, we did 10 to 15 takes.
Oh, yeah.
Right? We did. I mean, we had spent over 2 days, I believe, because we weren't ready to launch it. We didn't like the way it looked and the way it sounded, and we
didn't have the right lights, we didn't have the right
Right.
cameras, we didn't have this, we were the wrong.
And we made
sets.
all the excuses to not
Oh, yeah.
go ahead and launch it.
Yeah.
But starting was the most important thing we did.
Yeah, and that's the thing, consistency. So start being consistent. And now I know people are saying, consistent about what? You said be authentic. I kind of understand what you're saying by being authentic. But again, I know you want that strategy that we did for Zach that grew the 20,000. So I know you did. 20,000 followers of engaged followers in 60 days. So here it is.
Right.
Just text me, 518-730-4301. So again, 518-730-4301. Maybe Kurt could put that on the screen, real fancy script or something. Yeah, right there. Kurt, did you time it? Oh, probably not. Okay. All right. So there you go. So, all right. So we talked about, the consistency that's important. We talked about let's talk about engagement. What
Sure.
about engagement?
Engagement. I love it.
All right. So tell everybody, come on, Dan, you're the
When you
social
think
media guy,
about
so-
when you think about engagement, right? You're not just talking about likes or hearts or whatever. That's good, but people love to talk about one very important subject matter. Do you know what that
Yes.
is?
Myself.
Exactly. So on social media, if you don't give someone a way to engage with the post and engage with the page, they're not gonna.
Right.
It's that simple.
Right.
Give me a reason to respond. All right, just posting a picture of the
Don't
product.
talk about politics. That's
Unless
not
you're-
the kind of engagement you want.
Unless you're in politics.
Yeah, unless
And therefore-
politics is your thing
Right.
and your business that you make
right.
money
So
from.
for engagement, if I want to be engaged with something, it has to matter to me. If you ask me on social media a question, right? Questions do very well
Yeah.
on social media. Paul, you do a lot of these on your personal page.
Yeah. Well, for example, go to my Facebook page. If you're wondering, what's he mean? At least I hope that I'm authentic. B, I can improve on my consistency. C, I am really trying to get engagement. And it's not that I'm trying to get engagement that I just want people to post and go, oh, look, I got people posting. It's I really authentically really want to know more about people.
Right.
Like I posted one just recently and I asked everyone, hey, let me get to know you a little better. What is your hobby? And I really want to know what individuals' hobbies are. And you just think about it. I want to know their hobby because, I have my hobbies and I would always, before the day I die, I'd like to have a lot of hobbies and a lot of interest. And, I want people to refer to me as a Renaissance man, I guess. I don't know.
Nice.
But I just, I generally...
And I think that comes out when you're not authentic in your posting, because the main goal of your post of engagement is just to get them to buy the product.
Yeah.
It's very transparent, right?
Yeah.
It's very hard to disguise that when your end goal is to sell something. So when you really have an interest in people and what their thoughts are, that's when it takes off.
Let me add this into it too, because I just did a training for clients and everything, and I say this at every training, and every single training. And if we're talking about your personal page or if you're talking about your business page, and I'm talking about the business page right now, but you can apply this to the personal page. But next week we're going to talk about how to grow your followers on personal, because completely different strategy.
It is.
But and people know we handle a lot in the automotive industry, and so many times with the dealer principal or the general manager wants to, they want to post about cars. Post cars,
Which is
cars,
natural.
cars.
Which is
Yeah.
a natural thought to do.
Yeah. But here it is. It's called social media. So if you go to an event, you go to a mixer, you go to the football game of your son's, hockey game, whatever it is, are you talking to all the other parents about buying a car? No.
Yeah, it'd be awkward.
It'd be very awkward. So it's okay on your business page to talk about other things.
Sure.
Like on our business page, I talk about things like, what are your hobbies? What are your, I just ask questions.
Right.
Everybody knows that, we we're an advertising agency, and and if they want to know more about all the
Right.
services we offer, they go to our website.
Well, let's pretend for a second, Paul,
Okay.
that we're at a cocktail party,
Okay.
and I wanted to show you how I respond, like people on social media do, and how awkward it is.
Again,
in
and it's
person.
social media, guys. Social media.
Right.
So it's a cocktail
But
party.
this is how people respond on Facebook to people.
All right. So, all right. You ready?
Yep.
Okay. Hey, Dan. My name's Paul.
Hey, Paul, how are you?
Good. Nice to meet you finally.
Chevy Malibu, $189 a month, $7,000 down. The best deal we have.
Great, Dan. So, you new to the area?
Bankrupt, divorced, we can get you financed.
Great. So, married?
Listen, the moon roof on the Chevy Malibu is amazing. You won't regret it.
So, Dan, I got some friends over here that I need to go talk to.
But it's awkward, right? It's
Yeah.
awkward. And so when you would think about being in an open space with people, that doesn't make a sense as far as conversation. But
Right.
yet, that's how we do our Facebook pages. It's how we communicate. And when we wonder why no one's commenting and liking on that, there's nothing to work with there.
Well, because if I'm not talking about that, then people aren't going to buy from me.
Right? That's the thought.
Right. Exactly. That is the thought,
Right.
and that's the wrong thought.
Right.
So, I mean, so again, you think about it. So, again, the strategy that we did with Zach Penny with, Bill
Right.
Penny Toyota,
Yeah.
518
Yeah.
730-4301, because I want to show you the exact strategy. And the reason we're just not laying it out there is because when you text, we are going to look up and see if you're in the area of a client, and then
Right.
because we don't want competition. So there you
No.
go. All right. So anyway, so I mean, excellent point. I mean, it really is. And you kind of think about it, an individual that does well, let's say, for example, in sales or in business, generally they know a lot of people. They have
Sure.
a lot of connections, and it's not just knowing them, but knowing them. In other
Right.
words, that people genuinely really like them.
Sure.
So if you're
Absolutely
always
agree.
sell, because Facebook is, you can sell on Facebook,
Yeah.
but it's not the way you think that I need to.
Right.
Chevy Malibu.
Well, it's like if you have a friend, we all have that one friend who always is hitting us up for something.
Oh yeah.
We all have that one friend who's always hitting us up for money or a help or whatever. And you see them coming, and what's your first impulse? Here
Run.
comes so-and-so.
They call you on the phone. You're like, you
You're
don't
like,
answer.
Oh, boy. Right.
Or you have that friend that's always negative, that's
Right.
complaining and whining and moaning.
Right.
I mean, if I see one more post about people talking about the president, I don't know. I mean, people stop. It's
right.
done. It's
Yeah.
over with.
Yeah.
Move on. I want to see happy things.
Sure.
That's what I want to see.
So I think that's the problem is when you are known for always needing help or needing a handout, and when you're the type of business page on Facebook that's always asking for the sale, the minute you start posting, I've already tuned you out.
Yeah.
And by the third or fourth time, I've already unfollowed your page. So it's showing that I'm actually a follower of you, but I'm really not seeing your posts.
Right. So there you go, because I can unfollow you. And the thing is, if I'm not engaging with you, the algorithm will automatically not show anymore. All right, so let's go through these really quick. Guys, we start rambling. It's like a squirrel ran through the room, or we are squirrels, or whatever it is. So let's go through it. The first one is being authentic.
Yep.
So again, we already beat that. Be authentic.
Be yourself.
Be yourself. And the next one, consistency. And I want to point out consistency is being there, but not making everything the same all the time. I mean, we do Think Tank Tuesday every Tuesday. That's consistency.
Right.
But if you're one of those individuals that's always, that if I look at your more or less your feed, and it's like you're taking pictures of your dinner and your breakfast and all that, and you're not a chef, probably not
a good strategy.
Not a good strategy. So there you go. So be careful about the consistency, but do be consistent. The next one, which I think is important, and I wrote it down just to make sure we don't forget, because we do get going and start thinking of new things as we go.
That's right.
But the variation of the post.
Sure.
So variation of the posting that you're doing, what's the first thing that comes to mind for that, Dan? Why would somebody want to do that?
Well, if everything I'm posting is photo, you think about on your own. I have friends on Instagram, for example, who post the same pose with their kid, but slightly different. And there's like 40 photos of the same kind of pose, but a little bit different. It's just, you're tired. You just get very tired. You get very nonchalant. It doesn't really grab you anymore.
Yeah, and I think on that too, to kind of talk about that, changing up the post, if that's all you're talking about is, for example, your kids, you're only going to engage that type of
People,
a conversation. So you want to have a variety in your post. I mean, what are your hobbies? Do you play golf? Put something about that. But again, what you want to do is you want to make it engaging versus saying, "Hey, going to play golf today."
Right.
So that would be the next thing. So variation, and then the next one would be engagement. What's some engaging things? I mentioned the one like where I asked the question.
Well, you were
about
just
what are your
saying,
hobbies?
I'm going golfing today.
Yeah.
So if you were to say I'm going golfing today, why not spin that around and say, plan on going golfing? Does anyone know of a great place to play?
Yeah, I'd like a new place to go play golf. Do you have any suggestions?
Right.
So you can get people talking about the golf courses, and so you're
Right.
giving
Where is the
engagement.
best place? The best place to play?
Yeah. And I know that if I'm not a golfer, and
Neither am
nor
I.
yeah,
I mini golf.
Good, nice. But anyway, so if you're a golfer, if you're like anyone else, you want to make sure that you have the latest and greatest clubs because it will improve your
Sure.
score. So why not ask
Right.
your connections?
Right.
What kind of clubs do you recommend? Or I need a new driver, or whatever it is. So
Driver.
that's pretty good.
That's good.
Is it a driver or a wood?
I think it's driver. No, I've heard driver before.
Okay, a putter. I need a
Putter.
new putter. All right, whatever.
Putter.
Okay, you get our point. So there you go. So there's
If you
that.
want an easy win, take us golfing.
Gonna get some engagement after that conversation.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah. Yeah, we could talk about football and you could handle that, but
There we go.
me again. Okay. So, all right. And then here's I guess the next one, and this really goes into it. Be a giver, not a taker.
Yep.
I mean, really, you have to be a giver.
You have to be.
And I mean, and you think about it, when I have some awesome friends on Facebook. I've never met them. Never, ever met a lot of people on Facebook. But I have some awesome friends that they will ask me questions. They'll send me private messages because I think over time I've let people know that I'm willing to share anything. I'll
Right.
tell anything. So be a giver, don't be a taker.
Right.
What does that mean to you, though?
Well,
Be a
I think
giver,
it's
don't
so
be a taker.
important because, like, again, if people's favorite subject matters are themselves, when you reverse engineer that and flip it around and focus on how you can bring value to them, that's when the true engagement starts.
Yeah. So a lot of really basic stuff, and I'm going to add it to this last little part here, and then I'm going to give you the phone number again. You had something to say, though.
No, but it's very basic. But if you've done business on Facebook, if you have a business page, you know that even though these are very basic things, it's very difficult to pull off.
Yeah.
We've been doing this now for, years. Trial and error, a lot of things that we just had a great idea and it bombs. So a lot of this is trial and error, seeing what works, seeing what sticks, and changing on the fly when new things come out and new engagement opportunities present itself.
Right.
So really, even though it's basic, it's very difficult to do.
It really is. And, I'm going to give two practical
Okay.
pieces of advice. The first one is do not get caught up into the numbers game.
Yes.
So many times I see people, I only got this many followers. I mean, granted, if you have 49 followers and you're wanting to teach somebody, that's a little different.
Yeah, don't come down our door.
Yeah, but, I guess the thing is you could have 1,000 followers,
Right.
and those could be highly engaged
Sure.
followers that could help you grow your
And
business.
that's better than having 20,000 followers.
that are all over the world and maybe
Sure.
fake.
Yep.
So, I mean, really, you could have 250 followers
Sure.
that could grow your business.
Sure.
So don't worry about the number of followers. I mean, is the primary. Worry about the quality of your followers and how you're engaging them. Because if you ask somebody to follow you on Facebook, you need to be
Sure.
engaging them.
If I have an army of 50 people who are highly motivated and believe in my cause, and I'm finding an army of 100 people who really don't care much about the cause and really don't put their life on the line for that person, I will take the 50.
Yeah. I mean, so think about that. So practical advice, really, again, is focus on the engagement. If you're going to tell them to go there, have some engaging content,
Sure.
get people to be part of it. And you want to grow those Facebook followers, really simple. Go back through your database too of
Yes.
past customers and just reach out to them and ask them to like your page,
Yep.
follow your page. It's as simple as that.
Yep.
And make that part of your weekly process.
But part of the ask is also introducing the value you're going to be
Right.
giving. Okay, if I just say, Kurt, like my Facebook page, that's really not going to do it for most people.
Right.
Like my Facebook page because every week I give content that helps people grow.
Yeah, depending on what your business is. I
Sure.
mean, if you're a retail business, hey, follow my Facebook page. Every week I offer, deals, practical tips, advice. I answer frequently asked questions. I talk about new developments coming out, new technology, whatever it is. I mean, and just, tell somebody why they want to follow your Facebook page, but then make sure you deliver.
Right.
Anything to add to that, Dan?
That's it.
That's this week's tip, and we'll see you next week.
See you guys.